That's pretty insane. Now, I don't think she's the reason that Pump Fund's chart pumped. Once again, I think a lot more of it has to do with right now, crypto investors are trying to figure out what's the next rotation. And if perp dexes and whatever else and plasma are kind of washed right now, then like what is going to be that rotation for Q4? And I think people are just going back to what worked this year, plus the airdrop. But this is really, really big news. I thought that was pretty cool to see. Like Kathy Wood is insanely big in the TradFi world, insanely big. Mostly for her Tesla bets, a little bit for Bitcoin. But sticking her neck out on the line and saying that like Pump Fund streaming will be big. And then what was the other one? So Laura Shin, huh? Laura Shin comes out, who she's had the Unchained podcast, probably the longest running crypto podcast in the entire industry. I mean, it's got to be, I think she's been doing this since longer than anyone. I mean, longer than Peter McCormick's What Bitcoin Did. And when we did the first podcast of What Bitcoin Did, that was 2017. And she was doing her show before that. So she's been around for forever. And she had this post yesterday, which I thought was pretty cool. It also gives me some ideas. Like she's literally sharing her Pump Fun stream. She's also doing a multi-stream. So I am gaining more conviction that is just going to be the way forward. Is doing this on multi-stream. But let me see. Looks like her Pump Fun stream. Someone put Drainer on there. So she shared this. This is what she said. She said, Unchained is now on Pump Fun. We'll be live streaming episodes on Pump.Fun. Yes, this means that we have a meme coin. To be clear, we're not going to promote the token. We see it as an experiment, whatever else. Crypto media is evolving. I think overall, it got pretty good. Mr. One saying we have to stay on Pump and notify when you're live. I'm kind of talking about that right now. Like I know that my DGen board of directors in here is already pissed, and you guys will probably continue to be pissed until I'm like super vocal about all this stuff. But I just haven't. I mean, I'm still like figuring out just life right now, like life on Twitter again, how to grow the podcast, how to grow YouTube. I'm just not doing a good job of any of it right now. But I will. Yes, ideal in a world where I'm like back up to speed and cooking. Yeah, I'm just gonna share the stream, and whether we do sharing the link every single time or doing a multi-stream or whatever, but yeah, it'll be easier to find the stream going forward. I know right now it's like, you know, if there's a very small number of guys watching me in here throughout the week, and it's hard to know when I'm going live, it's like that's, I'm aware of that. I'm aware of it. I don't know if X community is going to be the way. I'll probably just share on my X, but yeah. So it was cool to see. So she shared her coin. I wonder how it's doing. D's 400K. I kind of thought it'd be higher because she's just ripping it out now a couple times a day, and she tweeted it out, like made a big announcement. Yeah, I'm surprised it's not higher. But overall, really, really cool to see that they actually made a move in doing it. She's probably the name that I would have like guessed last would join Pump Fun streaming, but it's cool that, you know, even they're getting interested. Someone said, thoughts on the addicted in their weed game? You talked about this yet? No, I haven't talked about it, but that is something I also saw this week that I would love to play on stream. Here's the one issue with this. I think it's cool. I think it's really cool. For you guys who aren't familiar, if you didn't see it, it's like a new play to earn game dropped on Solana. It got a lot of attention, mostly because the official Solana account retweeted them. And shielded it, basically, like the main Solana Twitter account. So it's pretty cool, and I would love to play it on stream. Right now, though, you still have to have a code to actually play it. So like if I click this, I think like 240,000 people are in front of you. I messaged them to see if I could get a code and just play online. But the bigger issue with this, and this happens to everything in crypto, is that it looks like they're going through some challenges because someone, I don't know if it was the team, I don't know what it was, but someone sniped it and, you know, put in 10K and has already dumped $1 million. So I don't know if this is going to be like, it's here for this week and it's gone next week, or if this is legit. But it's pretty cool to see. I would love to find a game we could actually play on here. Just adding to like the number of things we could do here on stream. But yeah, pretty cool. Crypto gaming has been a sector which like no one's been interested in. Like there just hasn't been, that hasn't been a big thing. But yeah, cool to see. Would love to play it on stream. You have a code for me? All right, well, let's just see if I can do that then. Let me hide my screen because I think I have to log in my wallet. One sec. Hold up. Oh shit, I just used the code and then bro ass thoughts just to show the ref link. No, I didn't take that as you're shilling a ref link. If you do make money from me clicking on this, then respect. Well played, I guess. All right, hold on. So let me pull this up. I'm in. Thanks for getting me in. What do we do here? Wait, what? No, I don't want to customize. What are we doing here? Is this like an actual game? Hold on. What am I clicking on? What am I? I feel like if this is like an elaborate rug, this is just genius. What's the thing here? Is it an actual game, or am I just clicking? Is it like a really dumb farm? Is it like a really basic farm that I'm just clicking? Is it an actual game you play? You need to buy 900 weed, then buy 3 booster packs. You know what this seems like? This seems like a DeFi farm, but not efficient. What's the, is there like a game? Like, can I walk around with this dude? They need a goddamn tutorial on this. Farming 5 weed per day estimate. Changes with other players' grow power. I see. Yeah, it's a farming game where you earn weed. It's just a Ponzi master game. It's literally a game. Huh. I don't know if that... I'm going to check that out in a minute, but I was hoping it was an actual game you could play as opposed to like a really inefficient farm. Like, what was the one who tried that last year? There was another game that did something similar. We've had a few of those quote-unquote games. If it's not a game and it's just a farm, then funny enough, usually the best way to play those games is actually just to buy the underlying token. Because if they generate revenue, like here's an example. When I was farming Axie, I wonder if I can still pull it up. Like when I got into Axie Infinity, this was check this out. God, this is forever ago. This would have been 2021, July 2021. I started playing Axie Infinity, right? And growing a farm, spending like insane amounts of time. I don't even want to go back and look at the ETH I was spending on this because it was probably something like 40 ETH or whatever, like hundreds of thousands of dollars basically playing the game. The funny thing was, if I just would have, my whole thesis at that time was basically that Axie Infinity was making insane amounts of revenue, right? And it was like the only coin that was doing well for a while. And I watched it go from, basically a couple dollars to like hundreds of dollars. The issue was, here it is. It did a 1000x. And I think I got in probably when it was like $10. So for me, it was like a 40x or a 50x. The issue with like, when I saw that, anyone's first thought is, all right, if this game's exploding and it's a Ponzi, whatever else, it doesn't matter how long it lasts. You just want to be in the game, right? You want to play the game. You want to buy the token. You want to do all this. What I learned from that, though, was you made so much more money just buying the token, right? Like just Axie Infinity going up, instead of actually playing the game or spending any money on the in-game tokens or on the in-game NFTs or on the in-game farming. Like that just really wasn't the way to win. So I think that addicted game on Solana is cool. It's cool that they got interest from the official Solana account. It's cool that they've built something where it seems like people are excited about it. But what I've learned is, and it's kind of a sad realization, in crypto gaming, the best way to play the game is actually just to not play the game. So like if you're bullish on a game and you think this could be big and it's getting users, you almost don't want to play it. You just want to buy the token and then you want to sell the token. You really don't want to be interested in the game at all, which is a bit sad. It's a bit sad that like we haven't figured out a sustainable game or how it could all work, but classic crypto revolutionizing nothing. I don't know. I don't have that much of a pessimistic view on it. I think Axie Infinity was like a insanely giant success, and it gets hated on so much because it eventually died and whatever else. But that happens in traditional gaming too. So like Call of Duty will be really big for a year and then it'll fade off, or like maybe not Call of Duty, but any other really big game is usually only good for a year. And so if a crypto game survives for a year, that's insane. That's like massively bullish. That's huge. Like, and it should be applauded. You can't expect a game to last forever, whether it's crypto or not. But yeah, that was a huge lesson for me, was if you are bullish on a crypto game like Addicted, you actually probably don't want to play it. And if you do play it, any money that you spend on the game, you should just consider as, I just wasted that money. And I would not consider it like, I'm going to play the game to earn yield. Like, you will lose 100 times out of 100. The only way to win is kind of by buying the token and hopefully the game grows. But really, you don't want to play the game. And that's not me being like doomer about crypto gaming. I think crypto gaming is awesome. But we are just not at a stage yet where they have figured out how to like be good enough at building an in-game economy. It's almost impossible. Like one game out of millions of games with CSGO has figured out how to have an in-game economy and scarcity and whatever else where like the assets actually go up. Every other crypto game is so far behind that. First off, because we don't have a player base in the millions. Second off, because ours usually involve a Ponzi mechanic that makes it like go up way faster and then it can't be sustained. So yeah, crypto gaming is basically, if you find a game you like, or if you're bullish on a game, then probably don't play the game.